Hi everybody, it's Monday night. Welcome to Stamping with Denise. How are you? Hope everyone is having a great week so far. Let's give it a minute here for people to find us. I'm looking here for it to pop up. Come on here. There we go. I'm going to share this over to my news feed. Okay. So, how's everybody today? Did y'all have a good weekend? I had a fun weekend. I actually, this weekend I went to go see Hamilton down in Detroit, so I had a lot of fun. It was a nice girls' day. This weekend I went to go see Hamilton. So let me turn my volume down on my iPhone, or on my iPad here. Okay, very good. Just a few things before we get started. If you notice that the comments at the bottom of the screen are in the way and you can't see what I'm working on, you can just swipe those over to the right and they'll go away. You can swipe back to the left if you want them back. Please comment that please share my video and comment that you shared, and you'll get a chance to win the project I worked on that week for that video that you shared. Let's see. If you recall, last week I made this card. I had watercolored the embossing folder, the flowers on it, using alcohol and re-inkers. So the winner for this week's video was Linda, is it Lede? Linda Lede? I probably butchered that, Linda. I will be sure to send you a message and get your address so I can get that on out to you. And that's all. That's as simple as that. Linda just shared my video and she commented that she shared, and she was chosen. Also, something I'm changing too, if you attend my classes, my in-person classes here in my home, if you share my video, you're going to earn extra tickets for door prizes. So I'm going to be sending out an email about that. So be sure, if you're one of my in-person customers, it's an extra chance to win by sharing my video. Okay, very good. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get started. I am going to put the phone up in the holder and adjust my lighting, and we will get started. Hang on. I'll try not to make you too dizzy here. I've been working on the lighting. I know some of it's been kind of dark, so what I actually had to do was get a second hot light out, and so now it's bright. It is very bright. So nobody can say they can't see what I'm doing. Oh, I gotta grab my big shot. Hang on, I forgot to grab that. Okay, very good. Oh, let me turn this down just a little bit. Let me see here. Yeah, that works good. Okay, there's about a 6 to 8 second delay from when I do something to when I see it on my iPad, so it always takes me just a second. Okay, so tonight we are going to make this cute little card using the Butterfly Gala stamp set. It's finally back in stock. It had been out of stock. And the Butterfly Duet Punch. I made a card using it when the Occasions catalog first came out, but I thought I'd show this card to you for several reasons. Some tips and tricks and things like that. And you know what I'm realizing? I missed another framelit. So let me go grab that and a piece of paper. I realized I didn't grab what I needed for the white circle. Boy, I tell you, it has been a day today. Hang on here. Okay, I'm back. We're using the stitched framelits. Let me see. Do I need, you know what? I need the one that I don't have on here. Okay. Is this the right one? Oh, no, that's too soft. Maybe I did have the right one. Doggone. You know what? I think I did. It is the big one. Yep, okay. I had it after all. Okay, so we're gonna make this card. I've got all my goodies now, and show you some tips and some tricks. I'll give you the measurements, but they'll also be below in the video, okay? Like I said, this is just back in stock. This is using the Gingham Gala Designer Series paper, which I'm just in love with, and I am gonna be sad when it goes away. And I'm pretty sure it's going to go away. Only once have they ever carried over any designer series paper, and that was the wood tone paper. So it's been in our catalog for 2 years. So, okay. Boy, I am not prepared. Okay, here we go. We have our card base. It is Whisper White, the heavy Whisper White. And we're just folding that in half. It's half of an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So, there we go. Let's use the bone folder, make that nice crease. Okay, so we are using a piece of gorgeous Grape, and this is 4 by 5¼ inches. Put that over there. Have a piece of Highland Heather that is 3 3/4 by 5, and a piece of the Gingham Gala Designer Series paper that's 3.5 by 4 3/4. So you're probably going, well, what's she gonna use to make the frame? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cut it out of this piece because it's gonna be covered up and no one will ever know. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with that. We're going to use the rectangle framelits, stitched framelits. Let's see if I can put that here. So, and we're going to put it, you know, in the center here. Whoops, I'm going to flip it over. There we go. Now we do want this frame when we cut it out to be kind of even. So I'm going to work to get that centered there. Very good. I'm going to put my top plate on and run it through the Big Shot. So I love these stitched rectangles because they not only cut, but if you see they put a stitched edge on the outside of where they cut and also on the inside. See, that was there, this was there, and that's the inside. So see, you can so it makes a really cool effect. So that's how we were able to get this frame. So I'll use that. I'll save that for something else. And while I have my Big Shot out, I will cut out my circle. I'll measure that piece when I get it cut here to give you an approximate idea how big that piece of paper needs to be. Okay, there we go. Now see, these stitch framelits, as you can see, only cut on the, or only do the stitching on the inside. So, okay, let me step this, put that over there to the side, that out of the way. Okay, and this particular circle is like 3 inches, so I'd probably have like a piece of paper that was like 3.5 by 3.5 to cut it out of. Okay, that's my small one. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to assemble my card here. I'm sorry I turned that so y'all can't see it. And just because of the scale, I'm going to have the smaller gingham showing. So I'm going to put this on here. Like that. Then what we'll do is we'll adhere that on there and then put that card together. So let's make sure I get that. So it's a great way to save a little bit of paper, so you don't have to waste quite so much, especially when you're down to your last little bit of designer series paper or cardstock, actually, of a color. I'm like that. Some of the end colors that are retiring here in a couple of months, I'm down to the end, and so I'm trying to get every little last bit out of them that I can. So see, there you go. Nobody would ever know unless they saw you put that together that there was a big hole in the center there. Okay. So then we're going to put this circle. It's going to go right about like, how far does this one over? Like that. Okay. So I am sad that Celebration is over. What about you? Did y'all get everything you wanted from Celebration? I would have liked a couple more things, but you know, there'll be new great things next year for Celebration. Okay, and I'm going to attach my frame here with some dimensionals. I've got a bunch of pieces of dimensionals here that I'm going to take a minute, and it's a good opportunity to use some of these thinner pieces. So anyway, this one came off completely. So yeah, I like these little, you never have to waste anything. So I can't believe, I thought spring was here, and then it started snowing on Saturday night when I was coming home from seeing Hamilton. Had to drive home in that crud. I was not happy, but made it home safely, so that's the important thing. I'm sure ready for summer. How about you guys? I am. Okay, so there we go. We're going to put that on there right about there. And there's that. Okay, very good. We'll set those off to the side because we'll be using some more of the dimensionals. Let me... Here, so we're going to go ahead now and we're going to do some stamping. Where is my... I had a little strip. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Okay, I knew I had it. A little strip for the sentiment. I'm going to stamp that on there. What is it? A little... I'm going to pull this off here. I really like these stamps, these clear photopolymer stamps because you can see right where you're stamping. Okay. Let's start out with that. We're going to use the Memento Tuxedo Black. I'm going to ink that up real good. Right there. Very good. Then all I have to do is trim off the little corners. That piece is about 3 inches. Just about 3 inches. Remember, because these are photopolymer, we have to have a mat underneath them for when we're stamping. My desktop is slippery and it likes to slide around sometimes. Okay, so we're gonna work on we're gonna do the butterflies here. I'm gonna ink those up real good. The other thing I like about the fact that they're clear, you can look through and make sure you got them inked up really well. Hi Linda, I see you there. Did you see that you won from last week? I'm going to have to get your address so I can mail you last week's card. Okay. I see Carrie on there and Nancy. Hello, ladies. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Highland Heather blends, the dark and the light, and you can just kind of see how the butterflies there are colored in. This will just take me a second. Oh, I've got to put the bodies on too. I forgot to stamp the body on the butterfly. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. You know what? I have a couple of these done already. I'm going to go ahead so you don't have to watch me color. But just for you, those of you that aren't familiar with the butterfly duet punch, what's nice is they both fit in right there together, so you can punch them both out at one time. But I have already done some. There you go. Through the magic. Okay. So I'm going to get a little bit of a dimensional here, a little piece. Actually, I'm going to use half of one of the mini ones for the small butterfly, and half of one of the larger ones for the larger butterfly. I like to bend them just a little bit too. Looks like they have a little bit of motion there. And let me put some dimensionals on the back of my sentiment. Where's my lid? I'm going to put my ink away before I end up with it all over. Okay. And then I'm going to take all the backing off and get these little butterflies attached. The other thing I think that I didn't do on this one, I made this card at a shoebox swap, and I like, that is pretty. And what's nice is you can pretty much do it with any of the colors of the Gingham Gala that you wanted. So I'm gonna put that like that. I'm gonna put this just about like so. Put the little butterfly down below. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a little bit of Winkestella on those wings. How's that sound? Just to glam them up a little bit more. There we go. Winkestella. Never hurt anything. Always made a great project better. And then these pearls, these are just our pearls that we have. But did you know that you can color them with any kind of alcohol marker? Meaning our blends. I used the dark Highland Heather on it, and I'm going to use my knife here because I don't have my You Pick It. And I did these last night so that they were good and dry. I've learned to, when you color your, I can show you, when you color your markers, or color your pearls with the markers, sometimes you need to do a couple coats, especially if it's a lighter color. But you can see like that. And you're going to want it to dry a little bit because I've also transferred the ink off the pearls onto my project. So, yeah, give them a couple of coats, let them dry so that the ink doesn't smear. Here's a tiny one there. Here's some little teeny tiny ones there. Oh, and there we go. Look at that. And I did add that Wink of Stella to those butterflies so they glitter. It really wasn't too hard. I hope that you like that. Please remember to share my video, comment, shared, and I may, you may get this card in the mail from me next week, okay? Thank you everybody for joining me, and I hope you have a great Monday, and I will see you next Monday night on Stampin' with Denise. Take care everybody. Bye now.